right, how many of you dream big? Come on. Like you, I dream big. I've been dreaming my entire life, always thinking about the future. And I know I've shared with you a lot of my dreams over the years, but I don't think I've shared with you my biggest dream. My dream is to create the most inspirational company in the history of this country and then the world. Inspiration is the fuel behind everything good that's ever happened in my life. And I've been searching for it as long as I can remember. I started off very lucky with my mom, who raised me by herself, single mother. She was disowned by her parents for having an interracial relationship, if you could believe that, and abandoned by my father when I was young. But she didn't crumble. She didn't give up. She became an entrepreneur. She became an agent. And seeing her do the impossible every single day made me feel like anything's possible. Now, she was smart. She knew she didn't have enough resources to give me what she wanted. She didn't have the time, she didn't have the money. So she had me apply to 6 different nonprofits when I was young. They gave me an extended family. They gave me career development, college support, summer internships. They're the ones who told me to dream big when others told me not to. They're the ones who told me to apply to Columbia University when my own college counselor said, don't waste the money on the application fee. You'll never get in. But I applied, and I got in. And I remember getting to New York that first day, 18 years old, and I felt like I made it. I was there. I went into the subway to Times Square, got there around 9 o'clock, and I ended up staying there until 5 or 6 in the morning, until it got light out. Seeing all the people there running back and forth, it just made me feel like I could do anything. Like almost like I could retire. But I also felt very thankful for those organizations that helped me get to my dreams, my dream of being there in New York. And I made a commitment that night that at some point I would start a nonprofit to help other young people realize their dreams. Now, it took 11 years, but when I was 29 years old, I had enough of a network, enough resources, where I started a nonprofit called America Needs You, which helps students who are first in their family to go to college and below the poverty line, which was $19,000 for a family of 4. We gave them career development, college support, summer internships, the same things I got when I was younger. Now, we were serving hundreds, but I wanted to serve thousands. And so I started running a marathon to raise money. Unfortunately, I couldn't raise enough with just one marathon. So I ended up running 50 marathons, one in each state, to raise $1 million. Look, every one of these marathons, it made me want to give up. It's an amazing thing. No matter how fast you are, your mind is telling you to slow down, give up. You don't need to finish. But I got a bunch of energy from people that were running around me, people by my side, people in the front. But really, I had the most energy from people in the back, people that got in at night when there was no one there to clap. They were running for something deeper, pushing themselves beyond what they thought was possible. Then, still searching for inspiration, I ended up working in the White House. Unfortunately, I didn't find what I was looking for there. But I did find this amazing entrepreneur, Ori. And we met at an event called Academy of Achievement. It was a dinner, and we just randomly sat next to each other. And he had just created a company that Google bought. And so the CEO of Google invited him. And he was Israeli, my mom was Israeli. We kind of talked about that, and we stayed in touch over many years. Then he created another company, and he asked me to be a business advisor. So I did that, and he ended up selling it to Twitter. And that was inspiring to me because I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a part of progress. I want to be a part of making an industry better. And so I said, hey, Ori, how about we come together? You can hire the technology team, I'll hire the business team, and we could make real estate better. It's the largest segment of the global economy. And that's really how this all came to be. So you can see I've been searching for inspiration. I've had a lot of it. But more than anything else in my life, I'm inspired by you. And I want to share with you why. Your diversity inspires me. Real estate agents reflect the diversity of our communities. Religion, race, gender, age, sexual orientation. What other industry of this size is dominated by women? What other industry has hundreds of thousands of women making 6 figures a year? And really just pause for a moment and think. Try to find one industry where there are hundreds of thousands of women making 6 figures a year. What other industry encourages people in their 70s to keep growing, to keep getting better, and not pushing them out of their door? You know, my mom said something to me recently that really stuck with me. She said, "Thank you for creating Compass." And I looked at her like, "What? You don't thank me, I thank you. That's weird." But she was serious. I remember exactly where we were. I was in my living room, she was on the couch, and I was on the chair. And she said, "No, I'm really serious. I'm 73 years old, and there aren't that many places that can make someone my age feel valued in the world. But here, I get to come to an office with a great manager, with great colleagues. They're all pushing me to get better, and I'm doing something that I really believe in. So thank you." I'm also inspired by your authenticity. This is one of the few professions where you can be incredibly successful being your authentic self, being just who you are. You know, I worked at a bank before, and when you go in the elevator, everyone was wearing like the same kind of suits, the same brand tie. I remember I saw the CEO grow a beard, and over the following weeks, a number of other leaders grew beards. So everyone was converging to the same person. But here in real estate, your clients like you just as you are. I've seen agents with tattoos all over their necks and arms in places like Northeast LA, Oakland, or Berkeley, and I see people that seem to be professional surfers in places like Malibu and Montauk. But their clients love them just for that. They want them to represent the community. Your commitment to your families inspires me. This is an industry of thousands of families working together. Husbands and wives, married couples, parents and kids. This is an industry with thousands of single parents, single moms and single dads. Because it's one of the few professions that gives you the flexibility to raise your children and also enough income to support them. Your entrepreneurial spirit inspires me. Real estate agents are the largest group of entrepreneurs in the country. That's a fact. 2 million strong. Every one of you chose not to make a salary. Instead, chose to make a bet on yourself, on your own potential. That with your hard work, with your creativity, that you'd be able to create a business. And I see you living the Compass entrepreneurship principles every single day. You dream big. You move fast. You're learning from reality. You're solutions driven. You're obsessing about opportunity. You're collaborating without ego. You're maximizing your strengths, and you're bouncing back with passion. If you lost a listing, you're just going to move on and get another one. Next year is always going to be better than this year. The impact of your work inspires me. Every day you're talking to your clients about their hopes and their dreams. You're helping them navigate through disappointments and disasters. You deal with life, you deal with death, you deal with a roof over their head. What other industry does the client invite you into their house, ask you to sit in the living room, and sometimes tell you things before they even tell their parents? I'm going to get married, I'm having a baby, I'm getting divorced. You know, the best image for me to reflect the impact of your work, you don't see it enough out there, but it's of a family in front of their new home, and their face is beaming with pride. It could be a young family, just got married. It could be a family with a baby in their arms. It could be an older couple in front of their last retirement home. It could be that client that you had who saved for over 20 years, and you gave them the keys to their dreams. In every one of those instances, it's such a beautiful reflection of all the things they had to do to get to that place, and none of it was guaranteed, and all the possibilities for the future. You make that image a reality every single day. But what inspires me the most, particularly during this time, is your generosity. In the last 2 weeks, I've seen you come together and help people that have lost everything, people that have been devastated by the wildfires. I've seen you organize financial support. I've seen you organize power generators. I've seen you help people find temporary space. I've seen you bring people into your own homes. It's never been more clear to me that what you're in the business of, what you represent, isn't property. It's people. It's community. It's home. You know, every day, it seems I get an email from an agent talking about a nonprofit that they care about, that they're giving back to, asking if Compass can do more to support. I mean, check my email, literally, it's every single day. And given the number of agents in the country, it is possible that you're the largest group of local philanthropists in the country. I see you give back every single day. And today, we're going to announce a program I know you're going to be excited by. Responding to your countless requests, inspired by your generosity. Today, we're launching our national community program, Compass Cares. Going forward, 100% of transactions will result in Compass giving a donation. Every sale in your community will go back to help that community. I want your clients to know when they're working with Compass, they're working with a company that gives back. Now, you're going to be able to donate whatever you like, as little or as much as you want. And the money will be given proportionally to all the local offices. And the agents and employees in that office will decide where it goes. So this is going to be very different from those big national corporations where they decide where the money goes in the boardroom or in the executive office. And they give to a couple big organizations with big checks. They don't give to the local community because they're not in the local community. But you are. And nobody knows better how to serve a community and what the community needs than the agents who work there every single day. So based off the number of transactions that I expect we're going to do next year, we're going to donate $10 million to the community. But like you, I dream big. And I have a much bigger vision for how much we can give back. And I want to challenge all of you to commit to that same vision. That over the next 10 years, we give back collectively, together, $1 billion to the community. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, that's crazy. $1 billion, that's not possible. I promise you it's possible. And I promise you're going to look back 10 years from now, and you're going to say, we did it. And I know this, I'm 100% confident, not because of me, but because of you. This company, you can do anything that you set your minds to. I believe in you. Now, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I want the world to see the way I see you. To me, it's very simple. You inspire me, so if the world sees the way I see you, you're going to inspire the world. I want people to graduate colleges, the best colleges in the country, 5, 6 years from now, and say, why would I want to be a banker or a lawyer? I want to be an agent. I could start my own business. I could start my own business. I could be much more creative. I will do something that's much more meaningful in people's lives, helping them with the most important emotional and financial decision in their lives. It'll be more fun. I want people, just an everyday conversation, to ask themselves, why is it that Hollywood agents and book agents get 10% of every deal, but real estate agents get only 6%? Should we be paying them more? I want people just to stop you in the street and say thank you for everything that you and your company are doing for the community. You know, real estate signs, they're more prevalent than Nike shoes in this country. They're literally everywhere. Imagine if every time someone sees a real estate sign, they see the same thing that I see when I see you. The largest industry of philanthropists. More women making more money than any other field. The most authentic and diverse entrepreneurs. People working with their families and for their families. People creating that image every single day of that family, could be old or young, in front of their house, face beaming with pride, and you gave them the keys to their dreams. When we create that world together, we will have made my biggest dream come true. And we will have created the most inspirational company in the history of the country and the world. Thank you.